One of the challenges with responsibility at this age is that children don't always connect what's around them to what they're supposed to do. So you might say something like, clean up, and they'll follow it in the moment, but the next time it's like you're starting all over again. In this video, I want to show you how using simple games and activities can help children actually recognize and understand what responsibility looks like in real life. Responsibility usually happens quickly. So a toy gets left out, something spills, an activity ends, and the adult steps in right away. So children see the result, but they don't always see the decision behind it. So games and activities can change that because they pause. And instead of everything happening quickly, a situation is presented and children have time to think about it. And at this point, they can look at it and consider what is happening and then decide what should come next. When children get repeated chances to think through these situations, they start to recognize them when they happen during the day. So the activities and the games need to be interesting enough for children to stay engaged. If it doesn't hold their attention, it's not going to work. But the goal isn't just to keep them busy. The goal is to help make the thinking more visible. So that could mean like using situations children already recognize or giving them a chance to respond and keeping it simple enough that they can stay with it. So it doesn't have to be complicated. You can describe a situation, have them pause and ask what should happen next. That alone gives children a chance to practice thinking about responsibility instead of reacting to directions. So one way to do this is through movement. In this activity, the floor becomes a path and the children move along it as part of the game. As they land on different spaces, they hear situations that are familiar, like noticing something that needs attention or realizing something hasn't been finished. So instead of being told what to do, they decide what should happen next or show what they would do. There are also different spaces that focus on different aspects of responsibility, like taking care of something or fixing something or helping. Because the children are moving and taking turns, it keeps their attention, but it also gives them repeated chances to think through responsibility in a way that feels manageable. Another way to approach responsibility is by focusing on what people take care of. So in this activity, children are given clues about a person, but the clues are based on what the person is responsible for. So as they listen, they try to figure out who it is. This shifts their attention from just naming a job to understanding what the person actually does. Over time, children begin to see that different people take care of things and that those responsibilities help everything function the way it should. I do want to pause here and say that this is a great connector or a way to introduce or even a way to review classroom jobs or any kind of chores or responsibilities in the home. So if you want to try something right away, take one situation that comes up often, something like something being left out or something not being finished. Pause for a moment and ask them what should happen next. Then give children time to think and respond. So that small moment can help children start noticing responsibility in everyday moments. If you want activities like the ones I showed in this video, including the movement game and the guessing activity game, those are part of my membership. So inside you'll find ready-to-use resources that give children repeated chances to practice responsibility and other character values in a way that's active and easy to implement. So you can check that out in the description if you're interested. Responsibility is not something children pick up from reminders alone. It starts to make sense when they have time to think about what's happening and what should come next. So when you give them those opportunities, even in simple ways, you'll start to see the difference in how they respond during the day. So that is it for this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.